So Zoe, obviously we'll speak to you after the club's AGM. Just tell us what your reflections are on the night's event.
Yeah, it was a really good night. It was nice to see everyone back together again. Obviously last year we gave a kind of virtual presentation, so there was no interaction with the room. So it was really good to see everybody back and get questions from the floor.
Obviously it's been a busy period for the club with Daniel Farker departing as head coach and Dean Smith taking charge of his first game on Saturday. Just tell us what your reactions are to what the last few weeks have been like at the club.
Yeah, it's been a tough few weeks. I think it was obviously a really difficult decision to sort of part company with Daniel. We've all worked together for the last 4.5 years, and we've been on the same journey. And to make that decision has been really, really, really difficult. But we move on, and Dean and Craig have come in and made obviously a really good impact. And yeah, we're looking forward to what the future holds.
Yeah, on the football side of the business, obviously we heard some news tonight that Stuart Webber's continuing his time at the club, agreeing a new rolling contract. Just how positive is that news for the football club?
Yeah, it's great. Again, I think, like you say, we've all been on a journey together, and I think that there's, like Stuart spoke tonight, an element for him where I think had we not had COVID, I think we would have felt that we'd been a lot further down the line on some projects than we currently are. And I think that he felt that there was still work to be done. There was still growth for him and still growth for the club. It's great. It's great to have that sense of stability as well going forward. And we know that we can move on.
And there have been some changes on the non-football side of the business as well. Could you just tell us a little bit more about those?
Yes, so a couple of key changes really. Sam Jeffrey's been appointed as commercial director, so that's really exciting. It's great when you see somebody kind of progress through the club and get that kind of promotion. So we're really excited about Sam's ideas and how he wants to move things forward. Sam Hall, who presented tonight, he's taken a wider governance role as well with the club. And that's something that we really need and look forward to going forward.
Yeah, and just touching on some of the topics raised by shareholders tonight, one of them being safe standing. We've seen a few clubs implement this over recent months, and it's something that the club has spoken about previously about being an advocate for. So could you just reiterate the club's position on that subject at the minute?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're really keen to look at it, really keen to implement it. I think what is really positive is the fact that we've got clubs undertaking a trial, so we can really get a steer from their learnings before we actually kind of go down that road. There's an element of large fan consultation for us because of the number of season ticket holders, so we've got to be comfortable that what we're doing is what supporters want. There is also then the kind of logistical piece of making sure that if supporters want to move to a safe standing area, they can do that and we can facilitate that. Equally, if people want to move out of that kind of area, then they can move out. So we need to kind of roll that into any kind of season ticket renewal process as well. We also have ongoing conversations with like the safety advisory group as well about what they would like to see in terms of safe standing as well.
And another topic raised was obviously the situation in the summer around the front of shirt sponsorship situation. Could you just tell us what the club has learned from that?
I think the club's probably learnt that it was a little bit naive in its due diligence. I think probably taking for granted the fact that sort of BK8 were entering into agreements with other Premier League clubs probably sort of created a bit of comfort that maybe shouldn't have been there. I think also one of the things we've learned is that we need to have kind of wider consultation across the club on those kind of big items and to make sure that we get more input from more people to make sure that we can minimise any risk.
And just finally, there's also been lots of developments at Carrow Road and the Lotus Training Centre. So just as a club point of view, how pleased are you with the developments that have been made there? And can you tell us if there are any plans for the future and how excited you are about those?
Yeah, I mean, we always look to improving generally during the closed season at both sites. We've done a lot of work here at Carrow Road. We're sitting in the new press room, players' tunnel, different bits and pieces that we've been required to do for broadcast requirements. And then equally at the Lotus Training Centre, we've opened the soccer bot this summer. Going forward, we've just got planning for a swimming pool and a media building at Colney, and we're starting to kind of open up sort of feasibility discussions around, the possibility of a new stand might look like here at Carrow Road.